man, how do you talk about Sculpted by the Hand of Death? And that title, it's a title that obviously carries a lot with it. Death, that's a word that deters a lot, and that's a word that a lot of people react to in a lot of different ways. And to me, I'm like, as an artist, that's the interesting part. My pieces serve as windows and doors of dialogue to bring people in to discuss and to open up ideas, or to present certain things in a light to where, these are the things that we're facing. So as a contemporary artist that lives in Chicago, that's 35, a Black African-American male, so-called, to be in this position as an individual that did not go to school for this, or not to be an individual that was trained for this in any particular way, but rather this is a gift that was discovered or through a process that involved me leaving the country for a while and going down to the jungles of Central America and completely losing myself to the search for myself, essentially. And being there was an aspect of myself that definitely died, and that's one of the layers of the death that's in this picture. And then there was another part that emerged, and that was the emergence, and that's the artist that you see in front of you today that's sitting here and telling you what this piece means. All around this particular image, which to me represents a symbol. It's a very, very powerful symbol of today in our times, and of people, not just my people as Black people in America, in all over the world, but of all people. Because it is something that we share in common. We have a human quality to our lives that is complex. It's very complex, and with all the different interactions that we have today, what I noticed and what I discovered through my experiences was just how instrumental words are, and how language does shape our reality, and those words that consist and make up those languages. And that's the magic. Those are the spells that have been put over our realities to either lift us up or break us down. But the life that I had been living, the life to which I had been experiencing, was words that were breaking me down, not lifting me up. There were words that were meant to oppress, words that were meant to suppress, words that were meant to hide and conceal, or to destroy one's feeling or sense of self and any positivity and hope that one could have for their own life. And to me, that's unacceptable, because these are words that I've never placed on myself or my brothers or sisters or those that I love. These are words that are given. These are words that are coming from external sources that are placed on people. But with the belief of these words, with the belief of these labels, with the belief of these descriptors, then these things have the power to kill as much as they have the power to heal. And with this, I see more killing than healing in our world, especially being in somewhere like Chicago. So me as an artist, it's my responsibility to give voice to the voiceless. Hence why she's got that over her mouth, because she's not speaking. She's been silenced. We live in a culture where everybody's being silenced to speak on the things that are true. And the truth of my reality is the truth of every single one of these words that are on here. Now, how I respond to it and who I am because of it, that's what's determined. That's all that's determined. So with me, I use this as a symbol of hope, as a symbol of inspiration, as something that kids can aspire to, or anybody can aspire to. Why? Because to be sculpted by the hand of death is to understand something fundamental, to understand a reality that's affected every single living human being on this planet, past and present, which is this. When we're born, we are sculpted by the hand of death, because inside of the womb of our mothers, our cells begin to die. And as those cells begin to die, then we, in our human form that we know and are used to, that is defined in that process. Our fingers, our toes, these things are given individuality out of the death of cells. So out of death and being sculpted by that, then that's the very image that we've come to identify ourselves with, more with death than life itself. And that started from the beginning. But for me, I use death as not something to be feared, but death is an ally for me. Death is a friend, because once overcome, once relinquished, then what? Then there's only life that's after that. There's only life that exists. And with that, that's what I brought back from the jungle. I brought back all the El Dorado's gold. I brought back the illumination. I brought back the realization that words shape reality. And that's why I made this piece Sculpted by the Hand of Death, because I'm a representative, I'm a scribe, I'm a magician, and I'm here to affect other people's realities by opening these doors and windows of dialogue. So I'm Ricky Aliaé, and this is Sculpted by the Hand of Death.